Hey, it's James here from GoodGuitarist.com, and today we're going to show you how to play Bloodbuzz Ohio by The National. Now, this is a really cool song to learn for a couple reasons. One is that it has three really simple chords. It's just using G, E minor, and C, and the verse is just two chords. So if you're just starting guitar, this is actually a really good song to practice your chord switching to. You will have to put a capo on the 2nd fret though, right there. And one thing that's really challenging about this song is the strumming pattern. Built into the strumming pattern is this thing called a hemiola, and that's just a fancy music word for when you put a 3 feel in 4/4 time. And that can kind of get confusing and it takes a bit to get into it. Don't worry, we're just gonna play it as if it was any strumming pattern. You know, pretend I never even told you about the whole hemiola thing if that kind of weirds you out or has you, afraid that you might not be able to do it. We'll just learn it like a strumming pattern and you'll get it. But I just want to let you know that there's an underlying musical concept in the strumming pattern that's actually really cool where, when you're in 4/4 time, 1, 2, 3, 4, and see how my hand is moving here. If I emphasize every 3rd stroke, I get the hemiola. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, that's a cool, really off-putting thing that builds tension. And that's really good because later in the song, we're going to show you another strumming pattern that kind of helps you make it groove. So you build the tension with the hemiola, and then we can kind of go into cruise control once the chorus kicks in. And it's a really cool effect. Anyways, let's get started. So we're just going to need to know how to play 3 chords for this tune. The first one is a G chord. And for G, we can strum all 6 strings. Then we have an E minor chord. And I don't know if you noticed, but when I'm changing the chord, I can leave this finger down, which is pretty cool. If you're just beginning, it's a really good way to kind of anchor your hand down when you're changing chords. Figure out which finger stays in the same spot. And there's a few chords that do that. Anyways, we're going to play the E minor chord, which also lets you strum all 6 strings. And then finally, we have a C chord. And for C, we're not going to play the lowest string. We're just going to play these 5 strings here. So we're going to play the verse now, which just uses the G and E minor chords, and this is a really good opportunity to work on that chord switch and focus on leaving that 1st finger down on the 2nd fret of the A string. So let's just try it. It's super simple, just goes back and forth between the chords, and we're only going to play downstrokes. Let's just try it together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So now that we've figured out the chords, let's figure out the strumming pattern. And as I mentioned before, this strumming pattern is a bit tricky. It has the hemiola in it, but let's just try it anyways. And if you don't get it, we have another strumming pattern you can do, but let's just take a shot. We're gonna try it on a G chord, and the strumming pattern goes like this. So that's root, down, up, down, up, up, down, up. We'll divide that up into 2 bits. So first, we start with root, down, up. Root, down, miss, up. One more time. Root, down, miss, up. Then, the second bit, we go down, up, up, down, up. Down, miss, up, down, up. So once again, down, miss, up, down, up. And I'm saying miss just because that's a main beat. We're missing a main beat. So saying the word miss kind of helps keep me grounded and right on the beat. I recommend you do it too. So let's just combine those two bits again. We get root, down, up, down, up, down. With the misses, root, down, miss, up, down, miss, up, down. Now, let's try that with the chords from the verse. And since the chords are so simple, you can focus just on the strumming pattern. Try your best. We'll play it together and then we'll show you another strumming pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, so now let's figure out the pre-chorus. It's super simple. We're just gonna play C and then G. So it's the same deal as the verse, there's just two chords, and this time it's C to G. And we can try it with that strumming pattern that we just did, and if I were to play this song, I would keep doing that first strumming pattern until the second time we reach the pre-chorus. That's when I would lay down this other rhythm. But I would keep the hemiola strumming pattern until the second pre-chorus. So let's just fast forward and pretend that we're at the second pre-chorus now. So we would have been playing from our C to our G chord, and our strumming pattern now is going to be root, down, up, down, up. And once again, I'll do it really slowly. We just play root, down, and then we do a miss, we just miss all the strings, and we play up, down, up. Root, down, miss, up, down, up. Root, down, miss, up, down, up. And for the G chord, the root is the lowest string. For the C chord, the root is right here, the fifth string. So practice your aim, just play the C chord a whole bunch, just play the G chord a whole bunch to kind of get that root in the perfect spot. And if you find that it's giving you too much trouble, just replace it with a downstroke, sounds just as good. So now let's try playing over the chords from the pre-chorus and chorus. They're the same part, so this should be pretty simple. It's just going from C to G, and let's use our new strumming pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how you play Bloodbuzz Ohio by the National. If you need any help with the chords, we have a free ebook that's available to all of our subscribers that has all the chords in this song. It doesn't have the strumming pattern from this song, but it has some really essential basic strumming patterns, 6 of them I think, that you can practice along with, and there's videos that you can practice with, and it's like a full multimedia experience meant to kind of give you the first stages of guitar really in depth in case you're either just starting or if you feel that you kind of missed something and you need to fill in the gaps. So it's designed for that. You can find it on our website, goodguitarist.com. There's a link down below for that. Otherwise, have fun practicing. Happy Hemiola. We'll see you next time.